Hello everybody and welcome back to Hades. Ready to get back into this. I missed it over the break, but I wanted to save what we were doing for the stream. So now we're back. We're back here in Hades. We had... Gosh, how many attempts have we had now? I guess we've had 5, right? Because we ended up doing one with each weapon and then we did another one with, I think, the bow. Where we made it all the way to World 3. But we did get defeated in World 3, unfortunately. Now, this, oh yes, we actually picked this weapon up, right? These fists. So we now have the fists. I was like, what did I do with the fists? But I guess I did pick them up after we bought them. So, we got the big punches. We got the uppercut. So what's our dash damage? Our dash damage is 25, 15. So it's a double hit, the dash punch. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 5 hits. They do 15 damage a pop. So the dash actually does more. Okay, so the dash doesn't actually follow up with the punch. It's just this very easy to go into the combo. And it seems like you will actually, if you... wait for Skelly to come back. If you go this way, so you see if I dash a little too far past him, you'll still home in on him. Like it seems like he really homes in on enemies even if you're not pointing the right way. Like I can stand here and it still punches towards him even if I'm running away from him. And there's nothing to this. It's 60 damage though. It's a 2-hitter that does 60 damage. But obviously there's a slow, so that's really, you want to finish with the uppercut. You don't want to keep at it because there's a bigger downtime in between. Whereas this you can keep just pummeling. When you use this, there's quite a long time before you can do anything again. So I think probably the pummel is going to be our general way to go. But let's just get into it. Let's not mess around too much.
One more time.
Chance for escape one more time. Hope everyone's doing well today. On this Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, we start with an upgrade. A weapon upgrade. That's actually interesting because that will probably change how the weapon operates a little bit. When using your attack or special, you are sturdy. Take 30% less damage and cannot be interrupted. That seems pretty good. So basically anything you do... Your dash strike pierces foes and deals 900% damage to armor. I mean, it's the dash strike, so that's 25 damage. So it's going to deal basically 250 damage. That seems really good. The fated choice. I don't know what the fated choice means. Oh, I see. The fated, that means that we unlocked all those prophecies. I think that means that we haven't yet done the prophecy to do this. So I think the prophecies are like, oh, you have to use every single one of the abilities. So that means we haven't used any of these abilities yet, which makes sense. I really like the sound of this. This does sound very good. This sturdy, the less damage does sound really good and not being interrupted. But 900% damage to armor is like a ton. That is really... because armor's trouble, because obviously you can't interrupt enemies when they have armor on. So that being able to just pummel our way through the armor really quickly seems like it's going to be incredibly helpful. And obviously any amount we build up our attack is going to help. I don't actually know if building up your standard attack builds up the dash strike. But I guess we'll find out in good time. Just no mercy for these enemies, you know, there's nothing they can do. Perfect. We get ourselves a key, which is going to help us unlock our next weapon, or I think we can also use it for the thing. Oh, we could take a chaos thing straight away, or we could go for a centaur heart, which gives us more health. I'm tempted to try this chaos. I mean, doing it as early as possible seems like the best way to mitigate any risk. Because what are we going to lose if we die? We just start again. We've only done one room. No biggie. Still a little bit of drift on this Xbox 360 controller.
It is as though it had ingested something that did not sit well. Perhaps the earth itself wishes to spit you up and out.
Well, that's certainly something. Okay, Flayed Ambush. For the next 4 encounters, each time you use special, take 3 damage. Afterwards, you deal 68% damage striking frozen behind. That's a lot. The extra dash strike sounds wild, right? Or you cannot collect your bloodstone, but then you gain an additional bloodstone. That could be really good. An extra bloodstone would be really good. We've only got 1 at the moment, so twice as many bloodstones would be pretty cool. But there's no guarantee that we'll have a good cast, because at the moment we don't have a good cast. There's no guarantee we'll get a good cast. This would be pretty nuts. I don't know how the damage works. I don't know if this would be 49% and then just an extra 900%, or if the 49% then gets times by 10. I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the general damage because we've already got like a really good amount from the dash strike multiplier is already great. We don't really need to worry about buffing that up too much more. And this sounds really good. And we just have to make sure we don't special. So no specials for the next, was it 4 encounters? Ooh, and we actually get to choose where we... Oh, this is just where we go. So we could go for darkness, we could go for ambrosia, the nectar, or we could go for some gems. I think we'll go for the darkness. The darkness at the moment seems like the thing we probably want the most of, so we can power up Zagreus to go further forward. Right, and we don't want to use our special if we can avoid it. If we really need it, we'll use it. It's only 3 damage, but we really don't want to be unnecessarily using it. As a nice easy room, that's good. Again, getting the chaos so early on means that we're doing some fairly easy encounters while we have the debuff on us. So that's going to work in our favor too. Okay, anyone else around? See, look, just getting rid of that armor immediately is super nice. Got to be someone over here. There's another one of these fellas. I can't remember what they're called. They're called like wretches or something like that, I think. Bit of gold. 100 gold. Very nice. And a shop. So we can restore some health. Don't really need that. Additional attack damage for some... Or an additional cast. I don't feel like we need any of these. I think we'll hold on for some better buffs later. We're doing fine. These early encounters not too challenging. So I'm just going to progress forward. I don't know if I should be breaking all these urns. I don't think there's anything in the urns, but I always feel like maybe I should be breaking them. Like maybe there's some gold in them or something like that. Oh, don't want to get hit by those. And we do want to hit enemies from... Oh, we don't get... I was going to say we need to hit enemies from behind, but I don't think we actually get the buff yet. Okay, we can't just interrupt those. I need to remember that we are, like, interrupting them and it... See, look at that. We've already broken the armor. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's so good. That's so much damage. Don't want to get hit by that, though. Longer range than I anticipated on that punch. Took a bit of unnecessary damage there. Not going to serve us too well, but... See, I don't think there's any gold in there. We're at 149 gold. Let's break a few of these pots, see if we get anything. And we got 150 darkness, which is actually quite a lot. I don't know quite how we managed to get as much darkness as we did, but there we are. Yeah, still no gold here. It doesn't seem like you really get a great deal from breaking all this. Okay, well that's fine. We don't need to have too much stuff. Let's take, I think this is Aphrodite, this buff. There we go. Those dash strikes really coming in handy there.
Let's deal some death.
Nice and simple. And we get ourselves... the Curse of Chaos is off. So now, Flayed Ambush. You deal 68% damage striking frozen behind. That's huge. That's a massive damage buff. I haven't yet picked up the Darkness buff that gives you more damage from behind, because I feel like I haven't quite got enough of a grasp on the gameplay to really focus on whether I'm hitting an enemy in the back or not, but maybe we'll start to get into it now that we have a good buff. We have had some brushes with Meg.
About that one. Though lately we Olympians no longer mingle with those living in the underworld. You're the only exception.
Wow. I like Meg. Meg's nice. Well, she's not really nice, but she's got a good heart. Hi, Wongo. How are you doing? How good is this game? I'm really liking it. This is like my 3rd time playing. This is my 5th run or something, or maybe my 6th run. But yeah, it's really good fun. A lot of the enemies are really slow. Yeah, it does seem like they do take a while to turn around, and especially if you're stun locking them, you can get behind them for a good amount. Your special deals more damage and inflicts weak. We can use our special again now, so it's pretty good. Double damage is nice, and the weak is good, but I guess we get weak on any of these. Or your dash deals damage where you end up inflicting weak. I kind of like this because our dash strike is so good. I feel like we're going to be using our dash strike a lot. And also this is if we're dashing away from start. If we're dashing around through stuff, then we're going to inflict weak. Weak is weird because weak makes enemies do less damage, not take more damage. So always worth bearing in mind. And of course, now that we have some damage on our dash, we're going to start damaging stuff with our dash. Whereas when you don't have any dash damage, scoring back attacks can be as easy as dashing past them. Yeah, good to know. We're using the fists. This is my first time with the fists, which so far I like. They feel pretty good. So I take it you've played a fair amount of this game then, Wongo. Oof, don't want to get hit by those balls. I've got to get used to the balls. It's been a while since I played. I haven't played since Christmas. So I've got to get back in the mobility first. You know, it's more important not to get hit than to sneak in an extra bit of damage. See, some of these enemies run away from you as well, which is great. Hi, Wayne, how's it going? Okay, and we get 100 coins again. We got loads of cash. This is fantastic. Poseidon here. Anything else around? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's move onward. You've played a bit. The uppercut feels like a Shoryuken. Yeah, definitely. I just got to use this big... so we've got this... we got this upgrade that means our dash attack does like 10 times damage to armored enemies, which is amazing. It's just so much damage. There we go. That's easy. That's so strong. Oh, is there a challenge chest? Oh, I missed the challenge chest. Damn. I was completely blanked on it. I need to get used to seeing them. I think I only unlocked them at the end of the last time we played.
First things first. Now let me add a little something to all that.
Yeah, we've already heard from Aphrodite. We have indeed. Poseidon. Dash. Oh, it replaces the passion dash. Okay, so it's more damage, but it takes away the weak. The call makes you certain to pose. We've used, I think, Poseidon's aid before. It's pretty good. Or your attack and special stronger the first 10 seconds. That's quite nice, but if it runs out after 10 seconds, most fights go longer than 10 seconds. I like having a call. We don't have a call yet, so good to have one. This feels like a pretty good one because it protects you from damage. I believe that's impervious. Yeah, invulnerable to damage. Okay. Okay. All right, onwards we go. That felt good so far. A quick little pummel. Okay, beautiful. This is all nice. This is good so far. I want to deal with the laser first. Those laser enemies are dangerous. Because they've got good range to them. Okay. Pretty simple. Took a little bit of damage there. Which is not ideal, but we got a shop ahead of us. We got loads of money. There is also a shop here. I think we probably go to the shop given that we have so much money. We have enough that I'm going to buy the health. I'm not going to worry about the other two. I don't think they're going to help us too much right now. Our cast is nothing special. And I'm not going to rely on enemies getting hit by traps. So let's go to the shop and see what Karen has.
Charon's shop.
Okay, perfect. So we have enough to buy the health, the heart, and the buff. So let's make sure we're lined up right on this first.
I'll take this one.
Hey, what's with that Charon, man? He's sort of, I don't know, though I am glad he's been of service.
Old Charon, eh? Okay. Special inflicts hangover. Hangover's cool. We've used hangover before. Your cast lobs a large explosive that bursts into festive fog. For 5 seconds, wafting fumes briefly stun foes in the area every 0.25 seconds. While using a fountain restores all health and gives you 3% bonus damage. I presume that's like permanent because fountains are usually in empty rooms. It doesn't seem like it would be a lot of damage otherwise. I kind of like this cast. This cast sounds kind of cool. Briefly stun foes every 0.25 seconds. That seems really nice. Like that's kind of wild. And I'd like to try the festive fog. So let's give the festive fog a go. I do like this is an epic. That's pretty good. But I got to experiment. I've got to see what we've got going for us. We should also talk to Karen while we're here.
Hey, good to see you out here, mate. Looks as though you've got some fine wares up for sale, don't you?
Good italicization on that. I like that. Beautiful. Okay, I think there's only one way out of here, so it looks like we're going to Gemtown.
Gemstones.
Oh, free gemstones. Beautiful. And fountain brings our health back up. So this is one of the rooms that we bought recently. Now, we don't have any money, so there's not much point going to another shop. Interesting that Karen's just set up two shops like right next to each other. That seems a little foolish, but each their own. Let's go see Zeus. He's not very chatty. No, but that's fair enough. Oh, this is a freebie as well. Perfect.
Now isn't that Malphon the Twin Fists there in your possession, Zagreus? Last guard I saw bedecked in those old gloves was Demeter herself, oh, way back when. She was a real fighter at the time, not just a naysayer.
Very nice. Bit of lore. Love a bit of lore. Thunder Dash, cool, but again, would take our dash off. After you dash before getting hit, a bolt strikes a nearby foe. We have tried that previously. Your God gauge charges up faster when you deal or take damage. So we get our call faster. 10% faster. Pretty good. Pretty good. The damage on this is alright. And it will just take out random enemies. But I do like the idea of the God gauge. Let's take a look at our... It's pretty good damage on that. I'm tempted to use that. I feel like I don't use the call enough, and I want to get a little bit better about using the call. You take the God gauge. I think that's how I'm leaning as well. I think I'm going to do that. I want to get better about using the call. I keep forgetting that I have it, which is, you know, I haven't had it for that long, so like I've only had it for the last 3 runs maybe out of the 6 we've done, so maybe not even that many.
Can't get rid of
Oh, Meg's here. Hello, Meg.
And there you are again. Lord Hades ought to lock you up rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I love Meg. Great voice work on Meg.
All this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
Okay.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
I love how wet her voice is. It's weird. It's one of those things normally I feel like you wouldn't record VA with such wet voices, but it works well. Oh, gotta remember she's gonna dash. I've got to actually pay attention to what she's doing.
Get the hell out of here.
Oh right, that was my first stack of call. That wasn't. For some reason I thought it was full there. It was not. Yeah, using the fist on Meg is weird. I feel like I'm not used to it yet, but we'll get there. I've got to get behind enemies as well. Okay, easy does it. Taking a bit too much damage already. Oh, thought I got away from that one. Oh, I'm getting hit too much. This is not good. This is the ring rust for having not played for a while. Oh gosh, oh, I'm getting absolutely obliterated by those. Oh wow.
I know Nyx is helping you.
Bad run. Okay, easy does it. I think the short range of the fists is getting me in trouble here. We're almost full on our call. Okay, we have it now. We should use it as soon as we can. Oh, she's impervious. Oh my gosh, we're so low.
Pin him down.
I think I'm actually running around too much with those balls. Oh dear. Fists are trickier. Yeah, that's I feel like it was going pretty well, and I just I think that's the first time I've died to Meg since the first time we did a run. But you know, it happens.
Okay, she got me.
Tough early fight. Yeah, it seems pretty tough. I think, you know, the close range, I'm not used to her because I've had long range previously. I'm not used to her tells. So I need to get a little bit better about that. Hey, our guy's not here.
You call my chambers a mess? Look at your desk, Father.
Wow.
What happened to your court musician, huh? Where's his sentencing parchment work? Stuck in Tartarus, all because he stopped singing for you on command?
My desk is far more organized than you, boy. And if you're so concerned about our court musician, why don't you commute his sentence yourself? Seeing as I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Sure, happy to oblige. I'll just ask the house contractor since you're too busy. Contractor, mind locating the court musician's sentence when you get the chance?
Ooh, a task.
There we go.
Free Orpheus from solitary confinement. We can use a diamond for that. I guess we could just do that. I don't know what Orpheus does, but let's see what's going on in the lounge as well. Some more tables. Let's get Orpheus out. Let's see what he does.
In the name of Hades, I commute our court musician's sentencing effective now.
Oh,
I like Orpheus.
hello.
Ah, Orpheus.
How's it going? Orpheus of the underworld.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I understand you liberated me from my eternal punishment. And so I have returned to serve your father here. Thanks.
Orpheus, you're back. Look, don't get on Father's bad side like that and you're going to be fine. Besides, right now I think he's angry with me.
I grieve for you, my friend. But if you've come to ask me for a song, why, I'm afraid I must stand firm about my answer.
It's all right. Father can't make you sing if you don't want to.
Bam. Pact broken. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know, also, like, it has, not to make excuses, but it's been a while. So, got to get those eyes back in.
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
Supergiant's writing, always fantastic.
More pets? More pets.
Yeah, let's pet this cat. It's not a cat, it's a dog. Let's pet this dog. Don't know where I got cat from.
Hail, Prince.
What's
You'll
up?
get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, have something for you.
Okay.
What, wait, you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Codex received. Boof. Oh, that's cool. So it'll show us people we've given hearts to. There's a lot of stuff going here. Okay, 14 conversations with Achilles, 5 with Orpheus. I see no reason to regale you with stories of my past. Suffice it that I fought as bravely as I could alongside many of the finest men the world has ever known. I buried far too many of them, and sent many others to this place, where now at last we are all peers. I am fortunate the master of the house took pity upon me, and spared me from eternal boredom in Elysium with an existence closer to the times when I still lived and had a job to do. Orpheus. No one sings a sweeter, sadder song than Orpheus, who, if I'm to understand correctly, is among the only mortals who once ventured down into the underworld and returned to tell the tale. Sisyphus, we met most of those who earned the highest form of punishment in Tartarus, committed acts I hesitate to commit to the page, though Sisyphus is an exception to the rule. And Eurydice, mortality and immortality are closer than most gods care to believe. There are such minor gods as can be killed, so it is with nymphs and all the naiads and dryads and the like, spirits of the woods and seas and skies. In life they captivate our mortal senses and imaginations, but in death we all are more alike. We got Cerberus. This fearsome, multi-headed hound of hell is really not so bad as his deserved reputation otherwise would leave you to believe. Yes, the massive beast has feasted on no short supply of interlopers to the underworld or on those attempting to escape. However, tales of the number of his heads are oft exaggerated, and in his old age his temperament has grown much more relaxed. Indeed, he seems one of the sole sources of comfort for the house's grim master. Susa, a splendid house such as the master's own, requires a great deal of cleaning, and the little Gorgon seems forever doomed to do it all herself. And Skelly, the animated skeleton, and we seldom get along. He's too talkative for me and spouts such simple condescensions to all those in earshot, seemingly as though he were an expert in the ways of war. I disapprove of his reckless advice and am uncertain as to who he was in life to be so self-assured in death. I'm uncertain of why he is even here. It is quite odd the master does not seem to know of him at all. And we've got all of these gods, we've got all of these. There's a lot of stuff here. Maybe I won't read all of these out. I don't want to take up too much time. Maybe we'll do some reading in between. So we've got the chthonic gods. We got the Olympian gods, the underworld, which is just these levels that we're going through, and the infernal arms, which are of course our weapons. I think we'll read these kind of as we go, maybe, rather than trying to plow through them all in one big session right now. Maybe we'll read some here and there as we progress.
The lounging area within the House of Hades is a dismal place to be, in spite of its intended purpose to enliven the house's grim inhabitants.
They did say Cerberus. They did say Cerberus had torn up the lounge, didn't they? I see what they mean. Not ideal, really. And this is the exchange, I believe. We can exchange currencies for other currencies if we want to. But for now,
someplace else.
Oh, there was a listen there. I wonder if I can still listen to them or if they've gone.
Go lie down.
No, he wants to lie down. Okay, no, they've gone.
It is the dead of night, or the approximation of it in the realm of Hades. Prince of the underworld Zagreus rises from a fitful slumber, with much mischief on his mind.
Mischief? Me? I was just going to have a little look through Father's stuff.
Is he younger?
All is quiet at this time. Ever-dreaming Hypnos put a spell upon the house, as willful Zagreus had asked of him. All are fast asleep, save for the prince. It is exactly as he planned.
Lower your voice, old man. I'm trying to be sneaky here.
Ooh, another examine.
He ventures toward the stately throne of his lord father, half expecting to be caught, but ill expecting what he is about to find.
Ooh, I think we're gonna get some narrative.
Man.
does not know exactly what he seeks. He only knows that something always has felt off to him, that he does not belong. Who is he, really? Lord Hades never would indulge such questions, so Prince Zagreus would find out for himself.
Ooh, a bit of backstory.
I'm not listening.
Oh, do we have to go around to the chair?
He rifles through his Lord Father's possessions. There is not much of any import there. Ledgers and administrative parchment work. Correspondence from Olympus which he had ignored. No trace of any reference to his son.
I like the idea of everyone just going to bed in Hades. Or in the underworld.
Then there is the note. Written finally in a hand and voice the likes of which the prince had never seen or heard.
Hades, I can no longer tolerate my life here in this place. So I'm leaving, even if it kills me. I won't be returning to Olympus. If there is a place where I belong in this world, it must be somewhere between heaven and hell. Perhaps it's on the coast and has a little garden. Take care of Cerberus. I shall miss him. Persephone.
Thus did Prince of the Underworld Zagreus absorb the contents of this hidden letter, written in his mother's hand.
His mother's hand? My mother's hand? Wait, what? You're saying this Persephone, that she's my mother? But Father always said that Nyx was that liar. He lied to me. They both did. All my life.
Thus did the prince discover, inadvertently, the well-kept truth about his age.
Oh, that's great.
This did occur.
I love that. Just about the amount of goofiness. That's good.
Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld. Where had she gone? And why? Engulfed by newfound questions and his rage, the prince decided to confront his lord and master.
Well, what's the point of being stealthy if you're immediately going to confront Hades about it?
Why?
Hey, Nyx.
You're... Nyx, you're not my mother. All this time, you and my father, you lied to me?
Oh, my dear child. So now you know. So now you know. But only half the truth. I can explain the rest, so... Please. It never was my wish to hurt you.
Ooh.
Mother, I wonder, will you even remember me?
Okay. So now we got a bit of story. So Zagreus possibly going out looking for his mother. And not just running away randomly, which makes a little bit more sense.
I guess this came to pass.
Reluctant musician, we did that. Perfect.
This is gloomy enough without Orpheus in it.
Is there no escape? I guess we've not done that. We have to use all of the upgrades for everything. 66 of 70. Oh, we have to fill out 70 bits of the codex, I think. And I believe this is one we've already done. Okay, perfect. We got a lot of darkness. We don't have the keys yet to spend the darkness, so let's get these points. We may as well. Just keep going. Perfect. Okay. 50% damage from behind. So that's actually quite a big amount now that we've built it up. That will come in handy. We'll get a little bit better about backstabbing. Obviously, we're not going to focus too much on it. I think if you get too hung up on it, I'm going to get myself in more trouble than I would have done. Now. Let's go through here. I believe there is another weapon, but whether it'll be... Oh, there we go. Here it is.
Locked.
8 keys. So this is an interesting position because we have 8 keys here, but we could for 5 keys unlock more of the mirror. I think it's going to come down to how much darkness we have.
The courtyard of the house of
but we may be holding off on the on this sick eagle cannon for a bit.
It's not that orderly, really.
Okay, let's see what Skelly has to say.
Quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing. Don't let them catch you standing still.
Dash
Okay.
like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst.
That is good
I
advice. I feel like just use the dash. Don't be afraid to use the dash. There's no real limit on it. Okay, none of these weapons seem to give us bonus darkness. It looks like maybe this would, but we don't have access to it yet. We could use the sword. We haven't really used the sword since...
Blade of the underworld. I need your strength.
I haven't really used the sword since I started the first time. So 50 damage on that. Is it always 50 damage no matter how close you are? Yeah, it looks like it.
That's the spirit.
And the dash strike. It just goes straight into the strong hit, which is the strongest of the hits of the 3 in the combo, but not dramatically different.
Which to choose?
I think for now I'll stick with the spiked collar. We'll start using the others later, but let's give the old blade a go. See how we get on.
Family. Death is your only family. Death and I. Best to get accustomed to the both of us.
No, not on your life.
Oh, another Daedalus hammer. I wonder if the Daedalus hammer is going to be more standard now. Shadow Slash. Your attack does 200% damage to striking foes from behind. Your special makes you lunge ahead, then becomes sturdy for 1 second. Your dash strike hits twice and deals plus 20% damage, and it's doing 30, so it would do what, like 36, but it would hit twice, so 72. It's pretty solid, pretty good. Attack 200% damage from behind is actually really nice. I'm going to take that and get more into this hitting stuff from behind malarkey. Okay, straight into some darkness. Okay, that doesn't seem to hit through walls, which is interesting. Bam. Perfect. And we got another chaos thing, or we could take one of these 2 options here. The chaos things do seem pretty good, and I think if we're going to get one at the start, I'm tempted to take it. We'll get a feel for it. We may find that like these aren't always worth getting. Sometimes they feel like the buff is not amazing.
Within the underworld's quietest, most solitary, darkest abyss lies hidden evidence of the beginning of all things, of chaos, the most ancient sculptor that has shaped this world.
Okay, noted.
I'd best take all the evidence I find.
It's interesting. I watched a bit of Vinny from Giant Bomb playing, and he'd clearly played more than me, but I don't think had gotten quite as far in his runs as I did in some of my early runs. So it's interesting to see how the progression was a little different.
The Olympians are vying for your favor, are they not? So often they forget themselves. They force their blessings onto you, whilst I merely offer you a choice.
Because it seemed like he had a wider base number of things unlocked in the house, but didn't necessarily have some of the fancy stuff that I'd picked up early on. Okay. Any darkness and gems you find are worth 71%. This one, you face 69% more foes. Nice. Afterwards, gain 38 health, which is a pretty good amount of health. Or each time you special, get hit for 4 damage, and after that your special deals basically double damage. That seems pretty good. The AoE is quite nice. Let's try that. Let's try that out.
Son of Hades.
Unnecessary damage there. You can, I believe you can hit the balls to destroy them. But we don't reflect them back. Yeah, so you can destroy the balls. Big backstab there. We get ourselves... Okay, So this is, I think, is Athena and Dionysus. I don't really know off the top of my head what Athena does. Dionysus is obviously likely to give us the drunken effects, the hangover effects. Let's check out Athena. I want to see more of her stuff. Forget to use the cast. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the cast doesn't seem to do like a great deal for me at the moment. Like, it doesn't do a ton of damage. So that's it. That's one of the interesting things is that I didn't have this, but Vinny had a thing where when a cast was in the enemy, he dealt bonus damage to them. And obviously if I had that, then it would make it quite worth using. But I haven't unlocked that ability yet, so it doesn't seem like there's too much point in using the cast when I haven't got any upgrades for it. But if I'm missing something obvious, then let me know.
We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods, though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
Well, we know that's not quite true anymore. Attack is stronger and can deflect. That would be exactly what we want. Cast damage is frozen in an area and can deflect. That's cool, but and dash deals damage and can deflect, but it's not a great amount of damage. I want the attack to deflect, I think. I think that's going to give us a lot, because we have quite a wide attack, so it's going to give us a good chance to like send stuff back at enemies. 30 gold, not really worth going to a shop. Let's get some gems. Yes, I am right. Okay, good. Yeah, because I think obviously once I get that ability, that seems like it really makes the cast a lot better. Because it is quite a bit of extra damage, but yeah, see, deflect's really nice to have. Because deflect, I think it will get this guy to shoot at us, but like it always just targets straight back in on them. You don't have to do anything to make it go back towards the enemy. Okay, we got money over here. We got a palm of power here. Now, we don't have a ton of skills. Both of these are okay though. I mean, both of these are extra damage, so it wouldn't be terrible to upgrade them. But we really don't have a lot of money. And I would like to buy something from a shop. Feels like the shops are quite good if you can get the money, because there's a lot. You can often get 2 or 3 things in a shop if you have the money, which is obviously better than you would get from a normal encounter. So if you can get it, it does seem like being able to go to a shop is quite good. Okay. I feel like I've seen quite a lot of Poseidon. So I'd be interested to see. I think this is Artemis. And see what things we can get from her.
You that again, huh?
Oh, got caught by that ball. Oh, right, the deflects, of course. I don't know if the deflect stops it damaging you, but it does mean it will deflect the enemy. Or it will damage the enemy, rather. Okay.
Anyone else?
Oh, we do also have a...
You blundered headlong into danger for the past 6 chambers or more. When you made such a racket, I could almost hear it from Olympus. I have to say your hunting skills are rather unconventional.
That's true. Artemis is good. She has crit damage. Crit damage does seem very good. It's like 300%. Sorry, not 300%. 3 times 200% damage. Especially strong with a 20% chance to deal critical damage. Your cool fire is a seeking arrow with 35% critical chance. Arrow damage 110. And at max gauge you fire 10 arrows. Any damage you do has a chance to be critical. We don't have a cool. Cool seems pretty good. I mean, it's going to be what, like 1,000, like 1,100 damage if we use a max one, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good amount of damage, and if it triples, obviously that's huge damage. It's like a good single target damage thing. It's not bad. Special deals 20. So does this how does that add up is what I want to know. Is like, how does the special damage add to 20% chance crit on the special seems real nice. I'm gonna try this. I know we haven't got a call yet, but I'm gonna I want to see if I can see 98% damage on this, and this is an extra 59%. I don't know how they combine, and I don't really have a good way to tell if they multiply or if they add. So is our special now dealing what would it be, like 157% damage, or is it 59% times by the 90? So is it doubled and then 50%, which would basically be 300% damage total? I guess I can probably find out, because I can probably see how much damage my special does. Okay, it looks like it's additive, not multiplicative, because otherwise we would be dealing like 150 damage instead of 130. So I suspect it's additive, but that's still good. I mean, it's not quite as good, but it is still good. I'm not going to complain about it, but good to know, because that may change the thing you take in the future. That didn't really change for what we were doing there, but there's certainly a scenario you could see where that changes what you pick. I've got to not get hit by these guys. They're very slow, but they do a lot of damage. That was weird. I like froze for a second there. Okay. Anything over here? It's just a trap, right? Okay, onwards we go. Okay, you do have to hit this. I wasn't sure if you could hold this down, because the fists you can just hold the attack button down, and I haven't been doing that with this, but I wasn't sure if that was wrong, but it seems like you do actually need to press it each time you want to attack.
Here they come.
Now I do want to check one other thing, which is so you can delay your attack just a little bit, but not by a lot. The combo has to come out pretty quickly.
You're going to love it on Olympus, little godling.
Ooh.
The air is beautiful and brisk, the gardens lush, the feasting plentiful.
Got a lot of hearts there.
Why, it must be the opposite of everything to which you are accustomed.
I mean, I suppose she is the goddess of love. Makes sense. She would give off some hearts. Your dash deals damage when inflicting weak, all pretty good. Charm. Victim fights for you with greater strength and speed. That's interesting. I presume they come back afterwards? 2,500 damage. What does that mean? Does that mean it does 2,500 damage to them? That's a very weird description. Just max gauge, 2,500 damage. When foes are slain, they damage nearby foes and inflict weak. That seems pretty good. That seems like it would. That's going to chain. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like the sound of that, because that's going to be really good against like AOE stuff. I mean, we have pretty good AOE already. That's only going to make it better. So when there's a full bar, it will deal 2,500 damage. Is that what that means? That's pretty cool. It seems like it's a single enemy, single target thing. I'm going to try this. I want to try this chain out. I think this could be quite good, because we've already got this good AoE. And if we can, like, if there's a lot of enemies around and we chain and then just blow them all up, it's going to damage all of the other enemies. We want keys, I think, more than gems at the moment. So let's stick to the keys. Yeah, see, look at this. Boom. And we got a crit as well, which is nice. Oh. It looks like crits are individual, because we only got, the last time over here, we only got a crit on one thing. But on this, we critted on everyone, which is interesting, because I hit a lot of stuff. Like, I got like 4 crits, which would be a very low percentage chance if that's the case. Restore health when you enter a chamber for 3 chambers. Pretty good. 10% of your health, so that's 30% health back. I think I'm kind of tempted to buy that. What have we got coming up here? We got a key room. Okay, so we're not going straight into a shop anyway. Ensure an infernal trove will spawn ahead. The troves are pretty cool. Maybe we should buy that as well. It will take us down below boon amount though. That's the only thing. But who knows if we'll get a shop immediately. And we'll still have enough to buy a heart if they have a heart. I would like to try out the trove, and we missed it last time. Hopefully I won't miss it having just paid for it. Okay, it's right here. Codex updated. Wretched pest. Oh, this is all the enemies. I didn't realize there were all of these as well. Oh, there's so much stuff here. Maybe we'll do a little reading of some of these at the end of the stream or something. There's so many things. I love this. Or maybe I'll just read this on my own time. I don't know. We'll see. If people want to hear some of this, I'll go through it a little bit. But Trove trial, earn up to 100 gold. So we spent 50 gold. So if we can get more than 50 gold back, it'll be well worth it.
How bad could it be?
I think we just have to be as quick as possible.
Get your hands off my trove.
Let's make this quick.
Enough.
Okay, so we got a 37 gold bonus there. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Perfect. So yeah, if you've got a good quick area clearing ability like we do, then that works out pretty well. We have to do it so quickly to get the 100 gold. I think you probably wouldn't be able to get the full 100, but 87 is pretty good going.
Charon's shop.
Okay, now a pom or a Dionysus. Dionysus might be really nice because it might give us some hangover. We don't necessarily need to heal, but we could do. Have we
to you as well there, mate. Now let's have a look at your supply, shall we?
I guess I can bring up... Can I bring this up anytime? I can. We haven't done Karen yet. Let's give Karen a thing. We've bought a lot of stuff from Karen. They do a lot of work.
Charon, you've been such a reassuring sight, I thought I'd offer you a token of my gratitude. Wait, you don't have to give me something in return. It was a gift. Though, you're insisting, aren't you?
Okay, and we get the bone hourglass. Thank you very much. What a nice friend. Artifacts. Okay, now that's just the infernal trove. I don't know if we can see the bone thing. We may have to look at it when we get back to town.
Just what I need.
I bet that Charon has to be the life of every feast you have down there with such a personality. Am I not right about that, man?
Oh, absolutely. Your call inflicts hangover on every foe around you for 1.5 seconds, which is 45 damage. Not bad. And at max, it is 9 seconds, so it's... What, like... Hang on, my brain broke for a second there. It's 18 times 15. That's an awful number to do. That's like 300 damage, like -2, so... No, wait. Yeah, that's right, yeah. 300, so like 270 damage, which is okay. On all foes. Not bad. Your dash causes hangover several times near where you started. Near where you started? Interesting. Or damage resist. Damage resist is okay. I'm interested to see this, because it can stack multiple times. So we can just dash through people, and that's gonna... It's only 2 hangover damage versus 15, so it's not actually very much. Oh wait, no, hang on. It inflicts it for 1.5 seconds. But then hangover lasts for 4 seconds. It's very confusing. Very confusingly worded. I'm going to take the dash. Looks like it applies it 3 times, which is pretty good. So that's going to be 6 damage a second, 8 times. So like 48 damage, which is pretty good. And it's going to be nice because we can dash away from enemies and still hit them with some stuff.
I'm back, Meg.
Listen to me, Zagreus. Your mother is long gone. You're never getting out of here, and even if you did, what hope could you possibly have in finding her up in the world out there?
I've hope enough. Not that it's any of your business anymore.
Your family is here, and so is your responsibility. You're running from yourself.
Ooh.
Though,
strong words,
I
Meg.
can slow you down a bit, I think.
A bit, so she's not confident she's going to win.
You stay right there.
Keep the hangover stacked up on her. Gotta not get hit by that. Oh, right, the deflects as well. That's actually going to be really nice if she does her AoE. I think our special might just be good enough that we should just use it more often. Close, very close. We were on very low health there, I think.
I did it.
5 health.
Blood of the Titans.
But we did it. Whew. Top up health. Yeah, maybe that would have been a good idea. I don't know. I feel like we were so close to max health that it didn't feel like it would be sensible to spend more money on health. Like, it was quite expensive. And we were quite close to full health, and we did have our revive if we need it. That's very satisfying. Goal!
Let's hear it, Father.
It seems the Fury failed to do her job.
Okay, so now we can actually change out our thing. What do we get from Charon? The Bone Hourglass. Items from the Well of Charon have durations increased by 4 encounters. That's pretty cool, actually. Some of those items are quite potent. That's this fella here. Gain 25 max health without restoring health. I mean, why not, right? Is that, well, it's 100, I guess. That's why not. 25 thingy is pretty good as well. Unfortunately, we can't afford both. We could sell something. But I don't think I actually want to sell anything that we have at the moment. I like what we have. So I think I'll hold on to it for now. Now, we could take off the thing now that we have more max health, but I still want to finish leveling it up, and I don't think we have that much health. So let's move on. See how far we can get with our 26 health. I need to use my special more, I think. I kind of wish there was a DPS check in the middle. But I suppose we can just hit something and see, right? Because our special's doing 129 damage, which may be more than... Yeah, see, look at these. We're doing like 30 damage a hit. The only downside is it is like quite a slow thing to come out. Compared to the... But it does so much damage. And you don't have to be that accurate with it because obviously it's a big AoE. 100 gold, very nice. I kind of wish we could go back to the last room and spend that now. Okay. We've got a pom. Or we've got another boon. Well, let's have a look at what we've got going on here. Would be okay to upgrade one of these. I think we maybe could get something good upgraded. And we have a pretty good number of things at the moment. It's so funny seeing... Now I've started playing this game and I'm seeing like people with this entire page filled out with things. And I'm like, I got like 3. I got 3. I'm doing all right. 360 if I crit. Yeah, that's true. We have the 20% crit as well. So it is really, really good. Like that makes the average damage... It's like 130 normally or something, right? Well, I guess 120 if it's 360 when we crit. But with the 20% crit, that means like that's basically an extra 20 times 3 is an extra 60% damage. Okay. I'm torn on this. Let's see what's going on over here.
Let's get out of here.
I feel like I need to see more of these boons so that I have an idea, a better idea of what I'm working with before I make decisions on what I'm upgrading. Now the only thing I do have going for my main attack really is that I do have the deflect on it, so sometimes that's going to be useful to... Oh gosh. Sometimes that's going to get us in a better position.
Oof, what happened getting here, boss? Let me guess, you got ripped, burned, beat up with spectral clubs, something like that?
Ares might give you special attack speed. Oh, that would actually be good, yeah. Your special is faster. There you go, 10%. After you dash, briefly become sturdy and move faster. That's kind of cool. Whenever you are hit, you have a chance to dodge automatically. That is pretty good. 10% chance to dodge. 10% is not very high, but that is good. I think just with the flat 10%, I think I'll take the special speed. Again, I want to not get hit. Now, granted, this may save my life at some point, but I think with just the 10% chance, and I guess we have to do this. Well, I don't have to do this, but it's not necessarily difficult. He says.
That does not belong to
you have to take the risks. You have to play to win, right? Oh man, he got me.
Oh, damn it.
You did not earn this, boy.
Now to collect.
I mean, I did kind of earn it. I killed all those enemies.
Father.
A little sad we used our Death Defiance. That may come in handy. Well, it may have come in handy later, but hey, look, you got to use it sometime. You can't take it with you. Definitive. I guess if you beat the game, you could take it with you. And that extra speed is nice. You can tell it's there. It's not huge, but you can definitely tell that we've got it. The only thing with this special is it makes enemies a little harder to read with all the AoEs going off on screen. Okay, let's see what we've got. Anything around this room? Oh, we got 3 options. Look at this. We got Athena, we got a Charon shop, and we got Artemis. Artemis pretty good, done us pretty well so far, but again, the shop could have multiple things, including a heal, which would be very nice right now. So I think maybe with 250 coins, we're probably going to look to go to the shop. Still feeling this out, still feeling out the like general, what am I going to find in places, you know, it's like Binding of Isaac, eventually you get a good feeling for what you're going to end up with. Oh, interesting. So we could here, and we're going to get an Athena boon anyway, which is interesting. So we can get the Artemis boon. I could buy a key. That doesn't really help with the run, but it is a nice thing to have.
The searing flame and ashes of the river Phlegathon mean nothing to the ferryman Charon, who travels all the waters of the underworld bearing the dead, the damned, and all their fineries.
And no mid-boss at the shop. Oh, interesting. So that would have been a mid-boss.
I do enjoy dead people's fineries.
Well, let's get the boon, I think.
I can use this.
Cast seeks foes with a chance to do critical damage. A duo. Oh, I've heard of this. This is like 2 buffs in one, right? So this is like, I don't know who it is, but it's meant to be like 2 people's buffs. After you deflect, briefly gain 20% chance to deal critical damage. And that's cool, but I'm not deflecting that much. Your critical effects deal even more damage to armor. Well, we're already getting good crits, so extra crit damage against armor would be nice, I think. This is cool, but we already have 20% chance to deal critical damage on our standard attack, and deflecting, although we are using it, is a little hit or miss. So I'm going to buff up the deflects we do have, and I'm also going to buy a power up. Attack is stronger and can deflect. I mean, this is just an upgrade, so I guess it's something we already have. Increase the Dying Lament, or we could increase the crit to armor. This is basically a better against single target versus better against everything. This is a nice buff. I like this. I like the Dying Lament. I think it's cool. I'm a big fan of chaining damage in that sense.
The witch's circle.
Oh gosh, that's where the deflect comes in handy. Although I guess our thing actually like clears out the things anyway when they're near us. This is actually like a nightmare room. This is awful. Oh, I hate this. Ah, that's awful. What a terrible room. I probably actually should have used the deflect more there. Saying I didn't use the deflect too much. I should have been swiping at the stuff and knocking them back, I think. That was a real tough. I don't think we've encountered them before.
Witches got me.
That room's the run killer. That does seem dangerous, real dangerous.
Oh, hey there, Dusa. How's your endless toil treating you?
Mr. Hypnos, do you maybe think that you could, you know, keep an eye on the procession line before Lord Hades, like you were supposed to?
Oh, that's no problem. I can definitely do that. I'll just add it to the list.
Good, then. Glad we had the chance to chat. Now, maybe get some sleep or something. You look pretty beat.
Oh.
Get on it, Hypnos.
Yeah, get on it, Hypnos. Get to work.
Ought to spend some of these gems with the house contractor.
We should. Ooh, okay, what do we got here? Chambers may contain urns with gold in. That seems great. That seems like a really nice thing. Chamber that restores some hearts. Oh, this is in Elysium, so like the Fountain Chamber in Tartarus, but we get some health back in. How much gems? How many gems do we have? We have 92. Fountains provide more hearts than usual. And then also a Fountain Chamber in Asphodel. Asphodel's the middle one, right? And Elysium's the third one. So we should get the Asphodel one first.
Let's make it happen. I'll have to keep an eye out for this next time out there.
Of all the things, you think that takes priority?
Well, I mean, what would you have me buy? Some bone drapery? Some towel racks? Some Promethean flames? I do like that they just give you a bunch of cosmetics to buy, like, after you've bought the actual things that matter. I think we got 70, so we could buy another fountain chamber, or we could buy the wealth, and I think the fountain's getting more health is going to be nice.
That you pursue this job. I'll be excited to see the result.
And oh, we can increase it more as well. But I think the urns of wealth sound pretty good. Chambers contain urns with money.
Let's go with this assignment, contractor.
That sounds fantastic.
What is it you think that shall achieve?
I mean, it'll get me more money, which is going to help me.
Megarod tells me that you surpassed her well out there. How utterly embarrassing for her, to say the least.
I suppose you're going to punish her in some cruel fashion then?
Oh, I've already seen to that, of course. You think she volunteered to deal with you? Nobody did. That's how ignoble a task it is.
Damn. Burned.
That's strangely comforting to know.
Okay. Meg didn't want to fight us necessarily, but she's doing it anyway.
Achilles, sir. I got a relic of some sort out there. A globule of ancient blood which formed after I fought with Megara. Is this really the Titan's blood I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Okay, interesting. So we can use it on our weapons, but not yet.
Well, I wasn't about to drink it.
Good to know. Could trade with the green guy for keys?
What do you want from me? Leave me alone. We've nothing to discuss here anymore.
Oh, Meg.
I was just checking up on you. Just let me know if you wanted to talk for any reason.
I'm not interested in having company, especially from you. You stay the hell away while I'm off duty.
I feel bad for Meg. She has to. She's been put up with fighting us all the time, and she's not got a great track record so far. But
what's new?
I see what you're saying. So we could trade 20 gemstones. Oh, look at this. So 10 gemstones for a key. That's actually really good. But we can get. Oh, we can get 20 gemstones for 2 keys. But I don't want to do that, because I have the gemstones I want. But I could buy 1 gemstone, and then we could unlock the mirror. So maybe we should do that. We have 90...
Fair and square.
Okay, that works out.
Nix, do you know anything about a
Good tip.
soft-spoken gentle being under the guise of chaos? They approached me recently and offered me a boon of sorts.
Primordial chaos. Indeed, I know them well. They must have taken interest in your quest. I would advise that you beware their offerings, though know that chaos, whilst a trickster, is not a deceiver.
Okay, good to know. So they're not trying to trick us. They're not trying to, like, lie to us, but they might try and get us into an awkward situation.
Let's have a look here.
Unlock talents.
Show me something
Oof.
new.
Okay, boiling blood. What do we got here? Boiling blood. Bonus attack and special damage to foes with the gemstone in them. 10% per rank. Not bad. Infernal. So raise your supply of bloodstones for your cast. +1 per rank. So an extra bloodstone for 20 seems pretty fantastic. The extra damage is only 10% at the moment. I presume it will go up the more we get, but I feel like for now, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Having 2 casts is nice. But I guess I'll take 1. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to get more expensive.
That, I think.
I'm not going to worry. I don't want to be thinking about that too much for now. We'll get there in time.
You know something, boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
I do like that they give you additional tips just sort of through the dialogue. It's like you already kind of know that you can do that, but we're going to tell you about it in like a different way. Let's try the shield again. It's been a while since we used the shield.
Just protect me.
Boof. We throw the shield. 15 damage on that. 25 if we hit something. Last time we ended up just throwing everything all the time because of the upgrade we got, but we'll see how it goes.
There's something.
Dionysus out the gate.
Sometimes I have to wonder, man, what's going through your head? I mean, I know you hear me and the others, but it's so damn dark down there, I can't hear you at all.
Okay, special inflicts hangover. Pretty good. 5 damage every half a second. So that's going to be 8 applications, so 40 damage from the special. You'll cast a large explosive that bursts into festive fog. We didn't really use the festive fog last time, did we? I don't think we actually really got the chance to use it after I picked it up. Your dash causes hangover several times than where you started, so this is one we used last time. Let's try the trippy shot. We've got our cast now. We've got 2 casts now, so going to get a bit more versatility for it. Okay, so it's a grenade, and it's going to just stun enemies repeatedly, which is fantastic. And then when it finishes, we get our thing back. Now, how far does it throw is the next question. Is it a fixed distance? Oh, wait, we can actually, like... Oh, we can see where it'll go. So you can aim it closer, but by default, it's going to go... a fair range. Okay, and it doesn't affect us, it seems like. That's good. That seems like it could be really nice once we get used to using it. Boff.
There's more.
Just knock him out of the fog, it's fine. Oh, there's another chaos thing in here. I'm always going to want to take that when it's this early in the run. Or we could get health, or we could get an Ares. Health or an Ares. Let's go down and see chaos again. Why not? Why not? Didn't know you could hold an aim. Yeah, I was interested to see if you could adjust how far it went.
You come to my domain, an all-seeing artifact that sprang from me after the dawn of time. It is considered a defensive instrument, I do believe. Though I suspect you have discovered, or soon shall discover, it is nothing of the sort.
More foes afterwards. Boons have an 18% chance to be rare or better. Less move speed, or the dash strike deals more damage. See, none of these are that enthralling. You get 3 boons, so the chance for them to be rare or better is good, and it's a plus 18%, not just an 18% chance. And it's only standard encounters, so I presume that means not bosses, whereas this is everything. But extra dash strike damage does sound nice. I like the dash strike a fair bit. Keys. I think keys over darkness is my priority here. Although I guess if we can trade gems for keys, then maybe going for gems is almost better. So our dash strike does 25 damage, which is the same as our regular strike. But obviously, we're going to dash strike quite often because it's going to get us in on enemies. So why would we not use the dash strike? Okay, just check we're not missing anything here. Now some of these, there are urns with money in them now, right? I don't know if there's a specific look to the urns with money in them. We got 16 gold, so we're better than one going into the next chamber. We'll see if we get random gold. I guess you enemies drop gold, so maybe that's not the best way to tell. Oh, I thought I blocked him there.
Heads up.
Oh, did he not get stunned because he has armor? I'm getting hit by these big guys too often, I think. I need to be more cautious. Oh, it's that one. There we go. It was that slightly more ornate vase. So you got to keep an eye out for those, I guess. Golden pots have a little shiny glint if they have money. Yes, that's what it seems like. That one was a little bit brighter. Okay, good to know. If we can recognize them, that'll be nice because it will save us from...
Master Chaos has evolved.
And there we go, there's our boon. So now our dash strike deals more damage, which is nice. And not the hugest thing in the world, but it will come in handy. Get a bit of health back, gain some treasure. Or additional damage to armor, which is nice, but do we have... What do we have coming up? A Daedalus or a shop? Shop would give us a boon. Oh, we don't have a Daedalus upgrade yet, I don't think. No. So that might be a nice thing to get. So
that's better.
Spend a bit of cash and let's try out the Daedalus. The Daedalus hammers seem pretty good a lot of the time. Okay, Ferocious Guard. After blocking a foe, gain 20% damage and move speed for 10 seconds. So you want to block before you do anything. Hold special to charge your throw for up to 3 times damage. Or the explosive return. This is what we had before and it was really good. And I don't think we have any reason not to take it. So I'm tempted to take this. I guess the reason we shouldn't take it, maybe we should consider this, is that we've got these fated prophecies. So you see, we've already done this before, so we don't get it ticked off the list if we use it again. I do really like it though. It's very good. I guess we have the AoE as well, so we don't necessarily need to use that. Let's try this out. Let's see how it is. I mean, because it seems like it's a pretty quick charge. And yes, we should experiment with the different ones, even if we know that other one was good, but you know, let's see what this one does. Maybe it'll work out well for us.
I'll get smashed to bits.
This one just seems like you have to not run around too recklessly. Okay.
He'll be back.
Not ideal, but we got there.
You are a most impressive death dealer, my kin. For by my estimation, you have slain at least 1,000 souls down there. Souls mostly having died before, but still.
Okay. Special inflicts Doom. I do like Doom. Doom seems very good. I keep forgetting. I need to remember that Ares is the one that has Doom, because Doom is cool. 100 damage on the special. That might be really nice, actually. And I like this Blood Frenzy, but I don't know that I love it. Because, you know, you only die once. At least where we are currently. I don't know if that may change, but at the moment we only have one Death Defiance. I know we can get a second level of it at some point. Let's try this. We got the charged up special. Maybe we'll try and use the special a little bit more. I didn't use it in that encounter, but perhaps I should. I really need like single enemies that I can test stuff on. Here we go. So this deals like 18 damage. $45. So it is good damage, but see, now we should probably have taken that special buff, which sadly we didn't get. But Doom on the special is really nice because we can just hit them with it and then just run away. Nice. And that will actually give us a lot of potency. I was gonna break this, but I guess I'll keep it alive. We can get gems out of this, which is interesting. Not quite as useful.
Security.
But I'll take some gems.
They had their chance.
We got 19. Wasn't it up to like 20? I feel like we did alright there. Maybe it was a little more than 20. I think we only took 3 damage, which is acceptable. Scottish Spyro. Hang on, let me pause. Hello, Scottish Spyro. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? Lovely to see everybody. Give a shout out to the lovely Scottish Spyro. Please do go check out Scottish Spyro. They are absolutely lovely. They've been playing Minecraft. How is Minecraft? How's the Minecraft been going? Happy New Year to everyone. Hi, Tazarus. How's it going? I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm enjoying Hades. We're pretty early on. This is my 3rd day of playing Hades, and the last 2 were before the new year, so it's it's been a while. But we're getting back into it. I'm using the shield, which is good fun. But yeah, hope the Minecraft's been going well. What have you been up to in Minecraft? We're bashing away at these charging enemies. We got a cloud. Oh gosh, I almost took a lot. Well, I think I did take a bit of damage there. I've got to remember to use my special. My special's got Doom on it. Not feeling 100%, so just a short Minecraft stream. Using Southeast Realm. Your house got blown up a lot. That seems like... I feel like if your house gets blown up once in Minecraft, that's maybe a problem. So hearing it got blown up a lot is interesting. You played it today? It's a great game. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, I've got this... so far on this run, I guess my big thing is I have this burst of festive fog, which is pretty cool, which stuns enemies that are in the field. And I also have Doom on my shield, which is nice. I can throw my shield and it will do like damage to enemies after a second or 2. Okay, we are quite close to death, but we have a Death Defiance, so we can come back from death once. Ideally, we don't want to die here, though, if we can avoid it. It does seem to home in on enemies, that throwing festive fog, which is nice. Yeah, I really like the Doom. The Doom effect is really good. So Doom, basically, after about a second after you hit the enemy, they take a bunch of damage. So I guess the downside is that the damage is delayed, but it's often like a lot of damage. You hit 200 followers. Congratulations. That's very good going. You've been putting in a lot of work. I like your new emotes as well. So you got the new emote. It's very nice. The big heart, the big love. Big fan of that. I need to, now it's the new year, I mean I still only have the one emote slot, but I need to, I want to get to designing some more emotes, if nothing else because I can use the tier 2 and 3 subscriber emotes, so I can basically make some emotes just for myself. Oh, interesting, there's 2 people on this one. I've not seen that before. It's a little bit scary, I guess, because we this way seems like a single thing, but let's go through. I want to see what this is. I've not seen 2 gods in one thing before. Yeah, the FML, the Spyro FML, also very good.
Want me to pick a favorite?
I got to pick between Dionysus. So I think we have a boon from each one currently. Oh, they're both very good as well. How do I pick between the God of Wine and the God of War? I guess I prefer Dionysus, but I really like the Doom.
Hey, now that is something, yeah.
Okay. If your life is low, restore to the threshold. That seems pretty good. So we're always going to restore to 40% of our health, which is, you know, 10% is 9. So it's going to be like 18 health. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to take that because that will keep us topped up a little bit if we're struggling.
You wish to have a taste of what a war against me would be like? Well, then,
oh, Mick made them. That's great. Mick's lovely. Good on him. Oh, so now we have to fight against Ares? Oh, gosh. That's a little bit scary. I don't like this. Dust. Why did he just say dust? The Doom is doing well for us, though, despite the fact Ares is not on our side here. Oh gosh, what, down to 1 health. Okay, there's someone over here, but I cannot take a hit. Oh, I thought we'd taken a hit there. And see, look at that, we restored 34 health because of our because of that boon we took at the start of this fight. Very helpful.
You crossed the fields of death impressively back there, though you are fortunate.
Oh, so do we now get 1 from each? So it's a harder encounter, but you get 2 things. That's very cool. Your Doom effects deal more damage, but take longer to activate. 65% is... That's pretty good. I mean, so... It's currently dealing 100, so it did 165. Obviously, that's very good. The Doom on this is less good, but it's still 50 damage on every attack. I don't think Doom can stack up. I think it just you have to wait for it to proc before it can be applied again. So waiting longer would be slightly a problem, but not a huge problem, and especially when you consider we're doing more damage anyway. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to make our Doom a bit stronger. Okay, so we got a decent amount of stuff now. I feel like our charge throw is actually not doing us very well because now I'm using Doom. I don't really want to charge at my throw. More health would be nice, but we have so much money that it would be rude not to go to the shop. Yeah, you get the Ares as well. That's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, we can get another Ares boon as well, and we can heal up. Can we buy everything here? Yeah, we can, right? Yeah, that's 300. We got enough for that.
Charon, mate. Now, hypothetically, if I provided you with, say, 1,000 coins, would you be willing to give me a ride in your beautiful boat? Upriver, I should say, specifically.
That's the most Charon's ever said.
I had to ask.
Okay, another Ares boon.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Your dash creates a blade rift where you started. I do like the blade rift. That's very nice. We don't have anything on our dash currently anyway, so that would be pretty cool. Or we could inflict doom after we take damage. Like, always a little bit wary about things that force me to take damage, but they are nice. That would protect us a fair bit. I do like the blade rift. We don't have anything on our dash yet, and I'm a big fan of the blade rift. So let's take that. It's going to be like vroom, vroom, vroom. Just deal a bunch of damage to anything that walks through it. And obviously a lot of the time you're going to be dashing out of the way of an enemy coming in on you, so they're going to get hit by that.
I'll pay for that.
Okay. More damage on the Festive Fog, which would be cool. More damage on the Doom, and the Doom is getting multiplied. Or, okay, so this is some maths. Okay, so this would be 140 and then 65% of 140. Or it would be 185 if we had this. So now I have to do maths in my head. 140, 65% of 140 is... 10% is 14, so 5% is 7. So... the music is throwing me off weirdly. 5% is 7, so it would be 140. Wait. 65 is 13. 13 times 7 is 70, 91. Is 45. So they work out almost exactly the same, I think. Weirdly, they work out almost exactly the same. I guess I would take this because if we get another Doom effect, it will apply to both of them.
Yum.
They work out pretty much the same, I think. I think it works out at like 184 or something, 183. So it's actually a little bit lower as well, the other one.
The underworld is sealed off. What you're attempting is impossible. You've seen what happens when you go too far.
I may have been off on my maths there. Trying to do it with the music actually is like weirdly difficult.
Sealed shut forever, Meg. In the meantime, I thought I'd get some practice in, you know?
I'm not your practice partner, fool.
Yeah, see, it is quite a bit slower. And we can't apply it a second time while it's on, which is easier to see with this. Oh, I've got to remember to use my cast as well. I'm not using my casts. Okay. Doom is working really well for us. I really like Doom. It's such a nice effect. It's very fire and forget, which is nice. And there we go. That's really nice. And also the nice thing about the Doom is because you only have to hit them the once, you can run away from them and not worry about getting hit so much. Anything where you have a bit of range is always going to come in well. Okay, so no Titan Blood because we have done Meg with the shield. The one time that we did a shield run, we managed to get past Meg. So we don't get more Titan Blood. But we beat it, and it went pretty well. So, feeling good about that.
I ought to lock you up in Tartarus.
Well, Father, I'm trespassing.
Thank you as well as Kimit Samurai for the follow.
Going up.
Hope you are also having a lovely day.
Collection. Just what the house contractor ordered.
Okay, 2 more encounters to rank this up, which is nice. I think we'll stick with that. I need to drink from this fountain. There we go. Now, we probably could sell our charge. Actually, I don't know if we can sell... I don't think you get a chance to sell everything. No, see, I actually want to keep all of these. So, probably not going to sell anything there. Restore health, don't really need that. Move speed, not bad, but don't really need that either, I don't think. Let's just move on.
Up we go.
Got to head off to bed? No worries. Thank you very much for dropping by. Thank you very much for following. Take care. Have a lovely night. Sleep well. And we will carry on. I was going to say pursuing deeper into Hades, but I guess trying to get away from Hades. We just got our first bit of like real story, like actual like straight up core story nugget, which is very good. Nice to see, because all I've seen of this game previously is I've seen quite a bit of this game, but it's always been like the incidental dialogue, and I've tried to avoid listening to too much of it when I've watched other people, because obviously I wanted to save it for myself when I played.
Welcome.
And so actually getting a bit of real lore is nice, just to see what the story is actually about, what the core of the story is.
More.
Boss, you probably caught yourself thinking, Hermes sure is quick. So how come it took so long for him to show up in the first place? Well, I'm afraid that's not for you to know. But it's not because I was late. Not late for anything.
You can dash more times in a row. Now, that seems cool. I mean, I don't know if I'll remember to do that. Hold cast to fire in rapid succession. Or after you dash, become sturdy and move 100% faster. I like this. I like the idea of the... I like the sturdiness. I think probably this over the extra dash, because I don't know that I'll remember to use the extra dash, or I'll get so used to using it that I'll miss it when it's gone. Like, I guess you could do like a triple blade with it, but that's fine. I'm not too fussed about that. Oh, here's an urn. Yeah, see, those more ornate urns are going to be the ones that have money in them. There's another one over here. That's the thing, is now that urns have money in them, I actually need to pay attention. The extra move speed is really nice. I like anything that gives me a bit of extra move speed. I'm always going to be in favor of. A pom or a Dionysus. I actually really like the setup that we have. So I don't know that we need necessarily more boons. But we've got nothing on our base attack, so that's definitely a possibility. We could get additional festive fog bonuses, I suppose. Let's see what Dionysus offers. I want to spend more time, again, I said this earlier, but I want to spend more time focusing on like checking out all the boons, so that I can see, oh, how do boons combine? What are the different ways that boons work together? Because I feel like it's going to be beneficial to me to understand how the boons interact with each other, rather than just upgrading ones that I have. The more different boons I have at once, the more I can see how boons interplay with each other. Oh, I haven't got any of my casts left. I must have left all my things over here somewhere. They actually come back a fair way. I feel like I'm just waiting. I could actually be hitting them instead of waiting for the thing, but it's so satisfying just to watch the doom like plunge down. It's like the dagger like poised above their head.
In the name of Hades.
So there we go. We could get hangover on our attack, which would be nice. You take less damage while in festive fog. That's pretty cool. Or using a fountain restores all health and gives you bonus damage. That seems pretty good, honestly. Damage resist is nice. It's not a ton of damage resist. and I feel like I'm not actually standing in the fog so much, such as stunning enemies in it. Like with this build, I'm not fighting in the fog, I'm stunning enemies and then hitting them with a shield while they're trapped in the fog. Attack inflicts hangover is okay. That would buff up our attack a fair bit, but we're not using our attack that much with the current build. I want to try this. I want to see if the... I presume the damage buff is permanent. Well, for the run. Obviously, it's not permanent long term, but... if we can get a fountain or two... like, even just having a fountain restore us to full health could be a lifesaver. Like, it would have been a lifesaver on the last run. Up to 50 darkness. I'd love 50 darkness.
That was ill-advised.
I feel like this build is not that quick to kill things, so we'll see how it works out. Because the Doom obviously takes a while to kick in, so we don't actually kill things that quickly. But I suppose, you know, as long as we don't take too much damage doing this, even if we don't get that much darkness, it'll be better than not getting any. So...
damnable fools.
we still got 24. It was up to 50, so we lost a fair chunk of it, but I think that was worth 24. That was worth doing for 24 darkness. Okay, now do I want more gems or do I want to go to the shop? We don't have a ton of cash. We wouldn't be able to buy... we'd be able to buy a Palm of Power, but we wouldn't be able to buy really a great deal more than that. We wouldn't be able to buy a Centaur Heart there, 125. We wouldn't be able to buy a boon at 150. We would be able to buy a heal, but we don't really desperately need a heal. So I'm going to take the gems. Go for the long-term upgrades, you know? Because that gems let us buy rooms that will benefit us on future runs. Oh gosh, this is the room that killed us last time. I think it was... I don't think this is the same room. I think that was a mini-boss, and this might not be considered a mini-boss. Maybe? I think the fog is actually doing us really well against these enemies. Oh gosh, we're taking a lot of damage there. These balls do so much damage. Okay, we did it somehow. That was messy. That was very messy. That room, I don't like that room. But maybe we'll find a fountain. We unlocked a fountain in this area, I think. So maybe we'll find a fountain and it will give us a full heal. Who could say? Probably not here though, because this looks like there's more enemies this way. I still haven't gotten a good grasp on how many encounters there are before you get to the end of an area. Oh gosh, it's the Gorgon head. Not a fan of the Gorgon heads. The freeze is so dangerous. Luckily there aren't too many enemies here attacking us, but the Gorgon, being frozen by the Gorgon head is so dangerous. As long as we stay on the move, we'll probably be okay. Okay, we did it.
I hate those two.
Okay, less damage infested fog, pretty good. We haven't got a call yet. Could be nice to get a call. Hangover on all foes around you for 1.5 seconds, which, as we established, it's 15 damage. It's weird because it says it inflicts it for 1.5 seconds, so I presume it inflicts it multiple times over 1.5 seconds. So maybe it puts 3 stacks on, and then the stacks last for 4 seconds. Which, if that's true, then it will be way more damage, which would make more sense. I guess I should try it and see, because we haven't used it. I'd be interested to see how it works, how it actually works in practice. I'll try it with 1 stack when we get 1 stack, and we'll go from there.
More trouble.
I don't really know quite how these enemies operate yet. I need to learn the enemies in this area a bit better. I feel like I don't have a good grasp on what they do other than just attack me. Like, it's important to obviously understand how the enemies attack so that you know how to avoid them. Okay. Oh, we got a shop over here. I guess we should see what we get first. Oh, we get some money. Okay. Perfect.
Something I need.
What have we got coming up? Let's see what we've got coming up. Hermes or a Palm of Power. The Infernal Trove worked well last time, but we got gold out of it. There's no guarantee that we'll necessarily get gold out of it. But I do like... again, so this is the thing, is last time we didn't get half the stuff. And we need to get at least half the stuff to make it worthwhile. So maybe we skip it because our kill time is not super quick. Even though our damage is decent. Okay. Now, do I just want to upgrade something we have? I feel at this point we're going to get fewer and fewer new things. So maybe upgrading one of them would work out well. But at the same time, more new boons. It's going to give us more versatility. Let's try and upgrade. See how it goes. Mix things up. I'm mostly not taking upgrades. I'm mostly taking different abilities so I can see more of the abilities in action. But I do also want to see how abilities upgrade and get a more of a feel for that. Seems like the first couple of upgrades are the most worthwhile, and after that they become a little bit less worth it. Just keep reapplying Doom and moving away. If you've got nothing else to do, you can bash them, because you're going to keep them stunned. Just don't get hit.
For me, good enough to eat.
Okay. We could upgrade our first Festive Fog damage. We could upgrade the Doom damage, which here we go. So you see we upgraded the multiplicative effect. Now we can upgrade the base damage. I'm all about that. That's our main damage dealer right now. Definitely want to be buffing that up if we can. We get the gold. We don't have to stand right next to the thing to get the gold, but we break. Okay, all good. Less good. Don't want to take damage. So you can dash across those fairly safely, but you really can't stand in them for long. Which I suppose makes sense. You can't run across it. You don't have, it's not that forgiving. Okay, health would be nice, but we're probably going to be able to get a heal from Karen's shop anyway. And we've got enough gold to get a boon. Or a pom, whatever happens to be there. Seems like you almost always get a new boon. Okay, and this time we didn't. Interesting. And we also don't get a health thing. But I will buy this and see what's in it. Oh, there we go. We don't currently have any hangover, do we? We have this bonus that does hangover, but I don't know that that's that good. I think this is really nice, especially as we heal. We do have the thing that heals us if we're under 40% health. So if we're constantly at 40% health and we're taking 15% less, or we have 15% damage resist, that may work out really well for us. So I'm actually going to take that because I think it synergizes well with what we have. And I'm also going to take the upgrade. I don't know how many gems this is. It's 20 gems. 20 gems is not bad. I guess that's 2 keys. That is quite a lot. How good of an upgrade am I going to get in this run? It's tough. It's a tough balance.
Cheers, mate.
Let's take it. Let's work on the fact that we're going to get more out of this than we would. We're going to get more gems by letting the run go on further, and we'll be able to collect more stuff. We got a boss fight coming up. This is probably going to be the Hydra, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen any changes to the bosses yet. I do know that at some point they change up the bosses a bit, but for now, this is what we've got coming up. So,
don't you have something to say to me?
wah! Having range on this guy is nice. He is very dangerous up close, but not that dangerous at range. He does have the big spit, which we're going to have to watch out for. Yeah, these spits, they get pretty vicious over time. Oh, I haven't seen this before. This is different. That's interesting. Oh, I need to get my casts back. Oh, so the cast eventually comes back to you after long enough anyway, even if you're not near it. See, this is where it gets dangerous. That's where he's real dangerous at range, is with that big spit. Oh, there's the Death Defiance. Okay, so it did seem like it applied Hangover quite a few times there. I guess I can fight all the Hydras at once because I have Doom, instead of just focusing one of them down. Like, I could kind of keep dooming the different ones. Maybe that's actually the way to go here. I think we should probably be okay, but it's going to be a little bit scary fighting this guy. Why is he up in the corner? What's he doing? Just hanging out. And there we go. Beautiful. That works out. Hydra vanquished. Shwazan.
Any more heads you'd like chopped off? No?
And that's our first time beating the Hydra with the shield. I like the shield a lot. It's cool. I mostly like throwing the shield. Also, I keep forgetting I can guard, because we've been focused so much on the special. I keep forgetting we can guard, and I could probably just block his projectiles. Maybe I should have done that. One to remember for next time. But it still worked out. Our dash is pretty good. Kept us safe for the most part. We did use our Death Defiance, but hey, that's only the second time we've beaten the Bone Hydra, so we won't feel too bad about it. Thank you very much, Wayne. Restore. A fountain restores everything, and we get 3% damage. Boom, that's the strong drink, baby. Not been getting too many health upgrades on these recent runs either, and we've still been fairly survivable.
Any boons worth giving up?
Don't want to lose any of these. This is okay. I could lose this, but I like it.
Damn, get that.
Replenish a Death Defiance. That's cool. That's very cool. Kiss of Sticks. Good name. The next boon you find has upgraded rarity. Ooh. That's tempting. It is tempting to sell my sprint for a chance of a better boon. But I think I do like the sturdy after the dash. Half a second is longer than you might think, and if you're dashing and then doing something, you really don't want to be knocked out of it. So I think I'm going to stick with what I've got for now.
Bye, Asphodel. Check.
It's an interesting thing. So we have that thing that where we do additional damage to enemies with a bloodstone embedded in them. Presumably, because our cast doesn't hit an enemy and get stuck in it, that doesn't apply.
Pretty good up here.
Like, so because our cast now, it just does this. So, and then the bloodstone pops out when the ability ends. And I've seen that with a few other ones that we've had. Like the one which makes your cast a blade rift. It just, when the blade rift ends, the bloodstone pops out. So I'm presuming for those, you don't get the bonus damage.
The enshrouded river of forgetfulness,
which does make them slightly less good.
Flows through the hallowed chambers of Elysium, numbing old pains and memories of the most noble shades residing there.
But I will say those casts, the AoE casts, they do tend to be really nice. And I guess it's going to come down to, if you don't have any other AoE on your build, then the cast is really good for it.
Pains to recall. Lovely place to have to smash my way through.
I don't know which is my favorite area visually so far. I kind of like Asphodel, but I don't like how it's a bit too red. Okay, we could get some darkness, or we could get some... Can you see... Okay, here we go. I got 156 darkness, and not tons to spend it on. I mean, I think we could buy another one of those doohickeys. I'm actually tempted to go for gems here, just because we have a decent amount of darkness and not that many gems. I'm interested to see how many gems I get from an encounter, because I was saying, like, if it's more than 10 and you can buy a key for 10 gems, that almost feels like really worthwhile. Alright, I need to remember what my build is. I have a tendency in between areas to forget what my build is doing. Oh, right, you have to kill these, I remember now. Otherwise they respawn. Yeah, there we go, see? That's the dark secret of this area. So you got to be real careful about those, because once you kill them, if you don't, if you let them respawn, that's no good. There we go. Okay, so 5 gems. So you don't actually get many gems from a room of gems. So a key is, if you want keys, it's better to go for a single key than get 5 gems. But obviously 5 gems is still not bad. I don't feel too bad about getting 5 gems. Okay, same choice again. I guess same logic as before. Does the size of the door affect the encounter? I'm interested to know about that. This door looks bigger than this door. Does that mean there will be more enemies and more rewards? Or is it purely a visual aesthetic?
Come try me.
There's an egg. What does the egg do? Oh, it's an explosive egg. I should have known. Never trust the eggs. Oh, and the eggs come back as well. Interesting. Oh man, they respawn quick as well if you don't stun them. See, that's the thing with my build, because I tend to fire and forget, it's very easy not to notice that the enemy has despawned. Oh, we need to get this thing killed. These things are bad. I am noticing the extra, the delay on the doom now a bit more. Okay, not too bad though. And again, our healer is going to keep healing us back up. I need to remember to use my my call. I think even having it the once. What's the bonus on it if we fill it up? It lasts for 9 seconds, so that's loads. But I want to see how it applies. I want to get a better feel for how it actually applies in action. Okay, we could get a centaur heart. We could get some money. Both pretty good. You tend to get about 100 coins. The centaur heart would be quite nice. It would give us additional max health on the 40%. Let's do it. We've not got too much health on this run. Be nice to get a little bit more survivability.
Chariot.
Ooh, I've seen people not like these chariots. They are a little scary, I'll definitely say that. Okay.
That's life.
Ooh, and there's a thing as well. And we fulfilled a prophecy. Interesting. I don't know if there's a way to see what that, what we actually fulfilled there. Up to 50 darkness. Let's go to the shop first.
Let's see here.
Slain foes have a 15% chance to drop health items. That's fine. Chaos Gate, kind of cool. I don't feel like I want to gamble on a Chaos Gate at this point in the run, to be honest. 20% move speed, not bad. One more coin would be nice in case there's a shop up ahead. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. I mean, we're not paying anything for it, so there's not too much harm in giving it a go. He says, naively. Oh, this is tough as well, because these guys have... Oh, and they're being protected by something. Someone's keeping them... I think it's these crystal boys that are keeping them alive. Okay, well, we got half of it. That's not too bad.
Look for better help.
Peace and quiet.
Again, gotta remember to use my hangover. I keep forgetting about it. Ooh, tempting. This is nice. Okay, we could get some crits, but also our main damage is coming from the Doom effect, not from the, not from our attacks. Let's try this out. Our base attack doesn't do very much. If we could get a bonus to our base, if we can make our base attack more interesting, that would be nice. Or maybe we can get our special, like, even more buffed up. Oh, these guys have shields. Okay, interesting. So if they block it, they don't get the Doom. That's very, very interesting to know. Oh, these are just traps. Okay, I thought they were an enemy firing those. Again, the Doom works out well there because obviously if you can hit the enemy, they're going to get Doom damaged even though you're hitting them in the back. Oof, I almost missed that guy. Almost missed that guy. Your Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot. If your special hits your next 2 attacks, deal 80% damage. Does our Dash Strike have something on it? I feel like our Dash Strike might have had something on it. Oh, it just deals extra damage. Okay. I mean, we're using the special a lot, so that's basically our attacks are almost always... We're only attacking intermittently between our specials, so that's going to basically increase our attack damage by 80% most of the time. So that seems really nice for what we're doing.
That'll do.
Palm of Power or an Ares buff. Ares is more Doom, potentially. Palm of Power, okay, but obviously, like, we've already upgraded the 2 things that we care about most. So I'm going to go see Ares and see if he has anything else for us.
The Bull of Minos.
Hello.
You come from the bowels of hell. This is not your place.
That's not actually how I expected him to sound, to be honest.
Agreed on both counts. Just passing.
I don't know how I would have expected him to sound, but it's not quite like that.
I will not.
He actually sounds weirdly like Hades.
Champion of Elysium would never back down from such a contest.
He sounds like Hades doing a voice, which maybe he is.
Wait, you're not the champion of Elysium. You're the Bull of Minos. I can't imagine who's even stronger than you. Is it Heracles? Tell me it's Heracles.
I will not. You talk too much, short one. Come get destroyed.
Hello. Very kinky. Oh gosh, he's coming. He's coming. Ah, he's fast. I guess it makes sense that he's fast. He's a bull, charging bulls and all that. I like him though. There's so much on screen. There's a lot to keep track of. This is where I struggle a little bit. And I'm sure I'll get better at it, but... Oh, he's got invincibility on him at the moment. I presume he just buffed up a bit. I should actually probably try and hit him after I special because of my additional damage buff. Just hit and run if I can. See, this is really nice. He's getting hit by all these blade rifts. Oh!
Well fought. Though your technique pales in comparison to that of the champion of Elysium, I expect you'll soon see for yourself.
Wow, he stopped fighting. I love the pink. I've got to say, Asterius, it really works for you. The pink on the blade, the pink on the horns is a good look. Oh. Is he just not going to fight anymore? Wow. I mean, I guess we didn't... Did we beat him? He left. He just walked away. Hi, Martin. How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
In the name of Hades.
In the name of Hades. Oh, Doom on the attack. 75 Doom on the attack. And it's going to be multiplied. After slaying a foe, your next attack or special does more damage. That's fine. The Doom is the thing that's doing the damage, not the actual attack or special. I think we want Curse of Agony. That sounds fantastic to me. 75, and it's going to be multiplied by 85%. So it's almost going to do double that. It's going to be like up in the 130s, probably. Hurt him a little for when you meet again. Yeah. Yeah, Curse of Agony. Fantastic. Nice little setup we've got going. Okay. Let me have a look. What did I want to check here? Oh, positive outlook. I wanted to see what that was because I saw it kept coming up, and I think it's because it's the first time we take damage every run, because immediately we're getting restored to 40% health, we're getting immediately knocked below it, and then we're taking less than 40% damage, or taking less damage because we're under 40%. Right. Okay. Coins. Let's get some coins. Oh, this is as far as we got because we died to the mid boss last time.
Flame wheels.
Oh, these things going to explode. They are, aren't they? They're going to explode. Yeah, they have little explosions when they hit stuff, so you don't want to let them get near you, I'm guessing. Again, things that chase you, the blade dash is really nice. These guys also drop Eggmen? Oh, they do drop Eggmen.
It's regenerating.
Oh, I've got to remember, I do Doom on my attack as well now, so there's no reason not to use the attack also. The Doom, well, there is a reason. The Doom from this is 75, the Doom from this is 168. And also the special hits multiple people, but still worth hitting them with my attack as well, especially as it deals 80% damage after special. So we could take a Palm of Power, or we could take a Hermes. The Hermes one we have is not amazing. I don't remember what it is. Is it even on this run? Maybe it's not. Maybe it was on the last run. I can't remember at this point. But also, I think we've maxed out our charm. Yeah, 50 to your life total. Interesting. Okay. I think we take the Palm and we go for an upgrade. I think our build's pretty good. Yeah, I like how you said Ken's doing well. I thought you meant like, just like generally. You're like, oh, Ken's doing well. I was like, am I? I mean, I am, but But yes, yeah, this run's going okay. Our last 2 runs, our first run was not great. This run has been better. The second run was a little bit better, but not amazing. This run's been good, although these guys are terrifying. They're a little hard to keep track of. We've got a really nice boon from Dionysus that heals us back up after basically every encounter. Which is just, I mean, we would have died a lot of times already if it weren't for that. See, there you go, back to 50 health. So we have 50 health every encounter. So it's allowing me to be a little bit sloppy and get away with it. Oh, I want this egg. Look at this egg. This person's got a big egg. But we'll take the Palm of Power.
Gods grant me strength.
Yeah, the game doesn't know about real... I'm doing alright in the game. The boss at the end here will wreck me. Yeah, I'm sure it will. We haven't beaten a boss on first attempt, I don't think. We died to Meg the first time. We died to the Hydra the first time. So, okay, so increase the doom damage on our main attack. I think that's probably better. This is a good upgrade, and this is what we're using more. But I think increasing the doom damage on this is going to be a little bit more beneficial because it means that we're more balanced.
Juicy.
I know it's probably better to min-max in the long run, but I think I want keys more right now. I want to get that new weapon, and I know we spent 5 keys, but I want to get that new weapon. Need to make sure I finish these guys off. That's really doing me in a lot of the time. Man, that was only the first part of the encounter. Well, that's a little bit scary. No! Oh, it's too reckless. Oh. I used my call there. I actually remembered to use my call a bit, but I got too carried away.
Something back there.
Furthest we've gotten so far, though. Feel pretty good about that. A little bit sad that it ended where it did. I think we probably should have beaten that encounter. I need to get used to killing those guys and then finishing them off, because when they respawn, obviously it really sets your encounter back a long way. Also, I'm not really sure how to best dodge the arrows. I need to practice that. Those archers, I'm not quite sure like how they fire and how to avoid it.
So you lost a duel to the death with an exalted brightsword, did you? They're pretty much the best of the best, so don't feel bad. It had to happen. But if it's any consolation, it'll probably happen again.
Thanks, Hypnos.
Probably.
Probably. Oh, hey. How's it going, Orpheus?
Upon your humble court musician, as I understand, Lord Hades, sir. Referring to myself, of course.
Well, Orpheus, if you're quite finished with your little stint within the depths of Tartarus, I'd like to ask again. Play us a song already. Or else next time I'll not be quite so charitable with your punishment.
Oh, that. I must apologize again, Lord Hades, sir, for I'm afraid that I've no wish to sing as yet, in spite of your persuasiveness even. And that, is my final word upon the subject at this time.
Interesting.
Is that so? Why then I'll go ahead and wait. I've all the patience in the world.
He's in trouble.
Your pink reticle over your head goes a deeper pink when they're going to fire. Yeah, I think I just need to get used to how that looks.
You keep an eye on Father for me, boy. Don't let him sour up everyone's mood.
Oh.
Cerberus promises to do exactly that, in his own way.
Good boy.
Oh boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
I like how one of them loves being pet. One of them's like inquisitive but doesn't really care about it, and the other one, no interest. They do say like only one of the heads likes getting pet. Ooh, greater urns of wealth for 60. That's nice. And on a fountain chamber in Elysium would be nice. Especially like on that last run, we had a full heal from a fountain. So if we found a fountain chamber, would have been really nice.
I like the sound of this. Work approved, and here's the fee, good contract.
I mean, I guess we could have bought keys, but I'm fine with buying the upgrades for the long run. Someone's sleeping. Is it just the dog?
Achilles, have you ever run across the shade of Daedalus in all your time? I found some of his legendary hammers out there, but no sign of him.
I've never met him, no. Your father keeps him fully occupied with building out his underworld and renovating constantly. No wonder some of his old crafting tools are strewn about. I take it you've been able to make use of them?
Indeed I have.
You like that Hades is like King Yama in Dragon Ball Z, just has a big desk. Yeah, it's a good desk. You've got to have a big desk. Because all the souls come up here to be judged and they stand on this big thing. I feel like they should... I don't think it does. They just kind of... Sometimes you'll hear him making judgments and then they'll like wander off. I feel like they should drop down this hole, and I don't think they do that, but that would be cool.
Nyx isn't around.
Sorry, Deuce, I didn't mean to scare you.
Hi, Your Highness. I just wanted you to know that if you do get out, we are going to miss you around here. Okay? So, bye.
Oh, I love Juice though. Juice is really cool. She's lovely. Oh, she's off.
Thanks.
Oh, she's great.
Excuse me, is there something I can do for you, Prince Zagreus?
Gonna hang out, Meg?
It's nothing. I just thought I'd say that was well fought back there.
There's no returning to the way things used to be, Zag. Now, can I offer you some words of advice? Get over yourself and get ready to die out there next time we meet.
Thank you for waiting.
Cause of death, elephant. That is one for the historians. You're not wrong. Anything we can buy here?
What's new?
No. No. Feels like the keys are what we're going to focus on for now. And then I guess if we run out of... if we unlock everything we can with keys, then we can start turning them into nectar. If we run out of nectar stuff to do, then we can start turning them into diamonds. Smart. Seems smart. So you're still going to be able to get the more you're going to be able to push them towards the more expensive upgrades instead. I think that's probably going to be our last run for today. We've been going for a while. But we will check on our bits and pieces.
I'm wide awake.
We'll
Prophecy fulfilled.
We fulfilled chthonic knowledge. Because we have enough codex things.
Achilles' codex. I'm getting
40 gems, and we should actually spend those. And we'll have a little look through the codex before we wrap up as well. So we could get another cast, which let's do that. Yeah, so 3 casts we have now, which is pretty good. 10 keys for this. I'm definitely going to buy the next weapon before I do that. I guess I could put money into this at this point because I don't think... Oh no, the Death Defiance though. I'm going to save up for the Death Defiance. This is nice, but I'm not going to get too worried about it for now.
Power.
I think. Okay.
What jobs the house contractor has available?
So we could buy we could upgrade the fountains, or we could just hold off for these chambers. I actually kind of want to hold off for the chambers. Those seem pretty good. All of these there's some good stuff here. Give the house contractor a break. And I love, this is one of my favorite tooltips, an object that unlocks something you could not do without it. So they're like, hey, if you buy this, we're not going to tell you what it does, but it's going to let you do something new that you couldn't do before. That's good wording. Is he doing some... Yeah, see, sometimes if you come back, you can see him doing stuff.
Proceed. Truly. Your claim is granted.
Oh. Great. Well done to that person, I guess. Okay, and we'll go see Skelly. I don't think there's going to be too much new, but maybe he'll have another sweet tip for us.
Skelly, you mentioned the ancient bit of blood I found in Tartarus. Know what I'm supposed to do with this stuff?
Wouldn't know a thing about it. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with those infernal arms of yours, some of which appear to still be unavailable to you, as I understand.
Unlock those first, then, huh?
Yeah, okay, so he's saying I've got to finish buying all the weapons and then maybe I can spend Titan blood. Seems reasonable. Now,
Hold power.
we finished, we've maxed this one out, so we should actually probably try another one. I don't know which one I would try. I guess I'll take the Lucky Tooth. Which is kind of like an extra Death Defiance.
Might help.
There you go. So we get a little Skelly Death Defiance. I like that. We'll try that, and it restores 50 health, which is basically a full heal. And I guess if it goes away, then we can swap it out for a different trinket in the second half of the second half of the run. If we end up using it early on, I wonder if it gets used after our. My guess is that our Death Defiance will go first, but I'm purely guessing there. Let's have a look through the codex before we leave. So we already looked through others of note. We will look at Asterius. In life, the wretched abomination known as the Minotaur was feared across the coast of Greece. Those cast into the labyrinth in which he himself was trapped had no hope of escape. And that's everyone in here for now. Let's have a little look through one of these categories. You know what? Let's go through the gods that we have for now. So we got Hades. What is there to say about the Master? This is just going to be a bit of reading to end the stream. So if you're here for the gameplay, we're pretty much done for now. I'm just going to do a bit of lore. What is there to say about the Master? Master, not just of the house in which I work. And remember, I think this is written from Achilles' perspective. Although I'm not actually sure, because I guess it's been given to us now. Master, not just of the house in which I work, but of the entirety of the domain beneath the earth, the place we all end up after we die. He is a god of character, I have to give him that. In life, I once served someone who reminded me of him a little, yet even the kingliest of mortals pales in comparison. Suffice it to say, then, that the Lord Hades takes matters of his fate-appointed underworld in utmost seriousness. Yet, his meticulous veneer gives way to impatience frequently enough, especially with his only son. That resentment extends to his never-ending work, for he presides over an endless procession of the dead. The Master claims he alone can tend to their affairs, but grudgingly, I think, expects his son's support. Nyx, Mother Night we like to call her, though rare is the occasion when she dotes on us. She has her many, many children to look after, many of whom reside now in locales well beyond my reckoning, and perhaps even beyond hers. Zagreus, our boy, take one look at him and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. He never seemed to like it much there, growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple under orders from Lord Hades. The Master wondered that his heir lacked any firm direction in his life. And indeed, Zagreus took well to the martial ways, and I am proud to say now that he was my student. Charon, the Stygian boatman is a lot of things, although I'm afraid he isn't much for conversation. I have tried, though perhaps not persuasively enough. I wonder where he finds the time to mill about, sometimes he is prone. His duty as the shepherd of the recently deceased must keep him very busy overall, yet even still, he finds the time to collect trinkets and sell them back to us, for reasons only he could understand. Hypnos. It is said that sleep is the cousin of death. That turns out to not be quite correct insofar as the two are, in fact, brothers, born to Nyx herself. The former of the two, we call him Hypnos. He whiles away, half sleeping, watching over the pool of sticks in the foyer of the house, taking stock of those arriving in the master's domain or returning to it. Though Hypnos may be lacking in propriety, he brings a certain cheer, however unconventional, into the grim proceedings of the house. Megara. The ancient Fury sisters deal retribution for eternity against all those whose lives unspeakably befouled the lives of others. They seem each to relish their grim work, though none so much so as Megara, the first among them. Her whip is very much notorious around these parts, and there are those who say she is more than equal in the martial ways, a conjecture I see no reason to test. And Chaos. Even Nyx, our mother knights, comes from somewhere, even the Olympians above and Master Hades himself. Eternal that they are, they came onto this world after they or their ancestors sprang from the darkness of chaos. Okay. Then we have the Olympian gods. Zeus, master of the heavens, god among gods. So much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now, even in death, I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, who is not widely known already. I do not think I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Okay, so he's saying he doesn't have much to add. The master of the seas, Poseidon, the Earthshaker, brother to Lord Hades and Lord Zeus, the Lord Poseidon. I am ever grateful that while I was living, he was merciful to me. Down here, however, I must say I rarely feel his influence. All of us, we are beneath him now. Athena. Of some things I am certain, and one of them is this, that there were many times during my mortal life where my spear found its mark, thanks to Pallas Athena. Aphrodite. Aphrodite wields her beauty and her charm with much the same lethality as I could wield the spear. I have seen her handiwork firsthand, and it is often not as pretty as she is. I sometimes think that she, amongst all the Olympians, might be the mightiest of all. A crashing wave or thundering tempest are preferable to a broken heart. I suppose that's fairly reasonable. Artemis, the goddess of the hunters, always held my highest admiration. Unlike so many of her brethren on Olympus, she seems unconcerned with being praised at every turn by mortals, and instead she dutifully holds her station as master of the natural world. Ares, although my heart has long since stopped, it yet holds love for it in it for all the gods, save one, the one who made and ruined me as well. I have no kind words to impart to him, except perhaps in form of this concession. War, much like the heavens and the sea, can be considered as a fortune of nature. It keeps men down. They shall never grow too plentiful this way, or near as mighty as the gods. Dionysus. Perhaps I ought to feel a kinship with this easygoing son of Zeus, for it is said that he has some mortal blood in him, not just divinity. This may explain why he, amongst Olympians, is so well loved by mortal kind, because he loves them back, bringing them more joy than suffering, for the most part. And Hermes, one of the free-spirited sons of Zeus, he is patron to travellers, traders, even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness. And that's going to do us for now, I think. Maybe we'll read the Infernal Arms as we go to use them going forwards. I'm only going to kill 18 more enemies to get the next bit on the Twin Fists. We have to go 360 for the next one of these. I think we've already got the second tier of all the others, but not the Twin Fists. We did die fairly quickly with the Twin Fists. Loads and loads and loads and loads of these. Entry complete, entry complete, entry complete, entry complete. Perfect. Maybe we'll just do these sort of as we finish them. Maybe I'll read them on my own time. I don't know that I need to read every single one of these. I might just read the first page, this page here, and let other people discover these. These are interesting. I will probably read them on my own time. But there's a lot of them, and I don't know how interesting me just reading out all of these is going to be. So I think I'll do that on my own time in the future. But good to read the gods ones. I will read the gods ones, and I will read like the areas and the weapons. I think that's the overarching stuff. That's the stuff we really want to hear. That's the good lore. The enemy lore is just little interesting bits and nuggets. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you everyone who came along. It was a pleasure having you here. We got further than we have before. Did not get to the 3rd area boss. Still don't know what lies in store for us there. I've watched a fair bit of Hades, but I feel like I've always paid attention to the individual fights and not the bits in between. So I'm not quite sure exactly how the end of the 3rd area works. So we will see when I get there, is what I'll say. I know kind of what's waiting for us at the end. I think it would be fairly... even if you hadn't played the game, it'd be fairly obvious what awaits you at the end. But quite what lies between where we have gotten to so far and where the end is remains to be seen. Maybe I should spend these gems. I did go back with the intention of spending these gems and got distracted. So we'll just do that quickly. Or did I decide to save them up? I think I actually decided to save them up for the money. That's what it was. I decided to save them up. So that's going to do it for now. If I really want to, maybe we could buy keys instead. But I think we're going to wrap up. Took you a while to get past the 3rd area. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I mean, it's getting tougher, but we're getting stronger and we're getting more practiced. I still need to learn. I think the enemies in the 2nd and 3rd area, I need to get more of a grasp on how they work. But that's fine. You know, it's all part of the thing. And it's interesting now that I've played a little bit, hearing people talk about things like the aspects and like even just the Daedalus upgrades, how much those change a run, and then hearing the aspects which change the weapons even more, and the things that lie ahead of us. It seems like this game is very, very deep, and I'm excited to get more into it. So we'll be back on Hades very soon. Of course, there will be more Hollow Knight. I'm going to start something else at some point. I don't know quite what it will be. I have got Yakuza 7. It may be that. I am still torn on if I want to play that on stream or off stream. But I may do. If people are interested in seeing Yakuza 7, then I might do that, because I'm going to start playing it soon anyway. But that's all for today. Thank you, Resi 5. Resi 5 will probably be coming, but it's going to be on Martin's stream rather than on mine. So that's more up to his schedule than anything else. I think he wants to finish the Evil Within 2 first, at least. I don't know if he has other plans after that, but we'll see. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, eat well, sleep well, stay hydrated. Stay at home if you're in a place where that is the appropriate thing to do, which I think it is in a lot of countries, especially in the UK. And look after yourselves, look after others, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, and I'll see you then. Cheers!